But we're going to move on into our final topic. This is the fun one of the week, and I can't wait. I couldn't wait to get into this one. It's kind of some bold predictions, and bold predictions coming into the 2016 NFL season. Mark, I'm going to start because I'm so antsy. Here's my first bold prediction. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz wins the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's going to come out. He's going to play well enough. Team's not going to make the playoffs, kind of like how Todd Gurley won it last year, but the Rams didn't make the playoffs. He's going to play well enough for everyone to go, wow, we're going to choose him as Rookie of the Year over that Zeke kid in Dallas.
Yeah, and you bring it up. Ezekiel Elliott is the reason why that's not going to happen. You know, he can't be the Offensive Rookie of the Year because Ezekiel Elliott will be. He's got the best line to run behind. Dak Prescott might not be the best, but he's going to be well enough to let Ezekiel Elliott do his thing. He's got Des Bryant out there, so that's the deep threat. Witten's out there as well, and Witten can get open whenever he wants. The defense isn't amazing in Dallas. That's going to be a problem for him, but Ezekiel Elliott doesn't care. He just runs people down. The thing for Carson Wentz is he's going to have those growing pains, and I think Ezekiel Elliott's growing pains will be hidden behind how good that offense is, where that offense in Philadelphia, not good.
See, but that's going to be a hindrance to him, I think, because I got both the teams, both Cowboys and Eagles, 7-9 this year. I think when it's all said and done, you look at it and go, 7-9 Eagles team, they're there because of Carson Wentz. You look at that 7-9 Dallas team and you go, hey, Zeke, you had all the tools. Why isn't your team better? And I know the quarterback situation is there, but it's going to be one of those like, you guys had a lot more to work with than this Carson Wentz kid, and he pulled out the same record as you. What about you? What's a bold prediction you got?
My bold prediction is going to be for you fantasy lovers out there, all of you who like fantasy football, and that's that RG3 is going to destroy in fantasy football for the first 6 weeks. I think he's going to do great.
Even the Tom Brady game?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have to beat Tom Brady, but he will do really well in fantasy football.
Okay.
He's going to get tons of points with those legs that he's feeling good about. He's got some great weapons out there. Terrell Pryor, yeah, he's not like an amazing wide receiver, but he's a playmaker. That's what it comes down to. Barnage will be, I know in our league, we all avoided Barnage at all costs, but I think he will be doing some good stuff in tight end. Not amazing, but he'll be doing well. You got Coleman out there too, who, he's one of those guys who, he's not going to be the best. That's the thing about the Cleveland Browns. None of it is the best, but RG3 is going to elevate these guys while he's healthy still, because that's the caveat. He's going to get hurt eventually. But he's going to go lights out for a while. He's going to be one of the most picked up guys after week 1, after week 2, and then it's all going to come crumbling down like week 5 or 6.
And I can't really disagree with you, only because the only two defenses in those first six weeks that I think may cause a trouble for him, the Redskins and the Patriots. So week 4, week 5, he has a little bit of trouble. The Eagles are a team where it's like the defense is good, but I don't know if they're as good to say, they're going to shut him down to like sub 10 in fantasy.
And he's got a great offensive-minded coach out there to help him out. He's got the Wolverine. So it's going to be a really good start for RG3. Probably gets hurt. We can all admit that. He's probably going to get hurt. He's not going to start. Josh McCown's going to show back up, unfortunately. But it's going to be a good start for him.
Okay, here's one for you. Carson Palmer retires after winning Super Bowl Lee and the MVP.
Well, I think that this is one of those ones where we kind of talk about a lot because we are both high on the Cardinals.
Not just the Super Bowl, MVP and the Super Bowl.
I heard that one. Super Bowl I'll give you. I'll even let you have Super Bowl MVP. I think Carson Wentz, Carson Palmer can do it.
MVP of the regular season.
Yeah, I won't take that one. I won't. But yeah, we both know that the Cardinals are going to be a good team. If they win the Super Bowl, without a doubt, Carson Palmer retires. There's nothing left for him to do.
He's going to ride off into the sunset this year.
But at the same time, I don't know, man. Those 5 turnovers last year, I hope his cage isn't rattled.
It's going to be fuel to the fire. I think this Cardinal team is going to come back. It's going to be the way we've kind of see it is Ravens won a Super Bowl, Ray's last ride. Last year, Peyton Manning, it was Peyton's last ride. This year's going to be Carson's last ride. And they're going to go all the way to the Super Bowl. They're going to beat the Patriots, Carson Palmer, over Tom Brady, even though I would love your prediction of Cardinals over the Steelers. I would love to see that game. What's another bold prediction on your end?
So this one, I guess, is a little bit of a double, a little bit of a half and half. It's going to be an either or situation. I think one of these two is going to win one of these awards. I think that either, because you mentioned MVPs, Eli Manning is going to win MVP, or Ben McAdoo is going to win Coach of the Year. I think one of those two. McAdoo's the safer bet. Eli's the stretch bet.
I would change that to, and I know it's a bold prediction. That's why you had to go MVP.
Yeah.
But I think it's more going to be Eli wins Offensive Player of the Year or McAdoo wins Coach of the Year.
Because this was one of the teams that had one of the best passing attacks last year. They had a horrible defense last year, so that's not a help. Now this defense is kind of bought anew. It is going to be a lot better. That helps McAdoo, of course, and McAdoo in his first year to come in there and really kick ass would be impressive. This division is up for grabs for the New York Giants. There's no reason why the Giants shouldn't win this division unless Dak Prescott really is the second coming. Nobody's really in their way. They're going to be in quite a few shootouts, so they're going to look good. He's got Odell. Odell's always going to make him look better. I think that Victor Cruz might have a little bit of a resurgence, but let's not get too crazy here. Donnell, he's impressive enough. He's impressive enough and can do well enough. We had little hints of that last year, that with this whole offense here, with McAdoo's passing attack, I think that it's going to be really good for the New York Giants. With them going into the playoffs as the division winner, all things pointing up.
How many wins do you... let's say McAdoo wins Coach of the Year. How many wins do you got the Giants with?
I think Giants are a 10-11 win team.
Okay. Good that you said that, because it was one of the things I'm looking at. First off, Coach of the Year, the last 4 years, it's been two guys. Do you know the two coaches that have won the last 4? They've traded off since 2012. It was one, then the other, then one, then the other.
I got to think Pete Carroll's one of them. That's a surprise.
Right division.
So it's got to be Bruce Arians.
Bruce Arians won it with the Colts in 2012, then with the Cardinals in 2014, and then 13 and 15 was same conference, NFC.
Same conference in the NFC? See, I'm glad you say that, because I would have thought that maybe Kubiak could have won it last year.
Nope. Right game.
Yeah?
Think about what game they won at the end of the year.
The Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
So it's got to be, but the other one would be, they played I don't know.
Riverboat Ron.
Oh.
For the Panthers.
Panthers.
So it was Arians, Riverboat Ron, Arians, and then Riverboat Ron. You know
I was thinking of Super Bowl winners, and that confused me.
Here's a fun fact, and I am going to leave this. This is going to be one that we're going to come back next week to begin the podcast, kind of trivia question. Don't Wikipedia it, guys. I want to see your honest answers down below.
Wikipedia it.
They are. But I want to know the last coach to win AP Coach of the Year who had a record under 8-8. That's what I want you guys to look at in the comment section. The last coach. And when we're done, I'll let you answer it. Next week, we will start the podcast with that answer. Kind of a fun trivia question for you guys. But I got another. This is going to be a bold one. You ready for it?
Yeah.
Sam Bradford will start all 16 games in 2016.
That is very bold, and it's also very wrong. I mean,
This is the team.
You just can't bet on it.
This is the team that's going to keep them healthy. I know the offensive line, I know Teddy Bridgewater, you look at the sack numbers, Bridgewater was sacked nearly 20 more times than Bradford. Mm-hmm. But Bridgewater's a more mobile guy than Bradford. I think Bradford's going to 3-step drop, get it out, 5-step drop, get it out. A lot of rhythm throws, a lot of systematic throws. Oh, and that's right. He gets to hand it off to Adrian Peterson in a system that's actually built for AP. I mean, you could say you're blue in the face. He had DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray didn't fit the Chip Kelly system. Now he's got a running back that fits the system. Mm-hmm. That's why I think, you know what, he's going to be fine, no injury.
Plays too many good defenses. He has to go to Carolina. He's going to play the Texans. He's going to play the newly bought Giants. He's got to play the Bears. I think that at Chicago game, I'm flashing back to some Favre situations of ending his career.
But that was a TFC. That was the outside TFC.
And this one's going to be at Soldier Field in Chicago on Halloween.
I don't know.
Monsters of the Midway on Halloween. I think he might die.
That Gopher Stadium to end the year was kind of like fucking like The players,
Concrete.
they remember concrete is how they described it. Concrete.
He gets to play the Cardinals a little later, too. If he can survive through the Bears on that Halloween game, the Cardinals will end him.
He's going to start all 16 games. Book it. What's another one of yours?
I can't believe you on that one. But another one I have is that Chip Kelly will, in fact, be fired after this season when the 49ers are the worst team in the NFL.
Somebody's getting chutted?
That was a double for you.
Can I take yours and raise it one?
Sure.
The Chargers are going to be the worst team this year, and they're going to draft Leonard Fournette first overall.
Be interesting.
Melvin Gordon's going to be done after this year. But you really think Chip's going to get chutted?
If the 49ers are the worst team in the NFL, yeah.
Really chutted.
If Chip Kelly cannot make Colin Kaepernick work, a guy who is made for a system like Chip Kelly's, if that can't work, there's going to be a problem.
Aren't they starting Yo Gabba Gabba?
Yeah, they're starting Blaine Gabbert, but that's not going to last more than 4 weeks.
So you think 4 weeks Colin Kaepernick comes in?
4 or 5 weeks, Colin Kaepernick is out there. We've all forgotten about the little protest.
Does Christian Ponder start before Colin Kaepernick?
No, Colin Kaepernick. They know Colin Kaepernick's a better quarterback.
Does Christian Ponder start all this season?
Probably. They'll probably go through all of them. At the very end? They'll probably go through all of them. Because, it's not like it's going to really matter.
I got one for you. This is an AFC West one. Mm-hmm. The Oakland Raiders are going to make it to the AFC title game. That's interesting. Not just make the playoffs for the first time since 2002. They're going to make the playoffs as the 6th seed and run the gambit to the AFC title game before losing to the Patriots.
And Amari Cooper has a amazing season because he's on my fantasy
and Derek Carr naturally
team
because he's on my fantasy team.
Yeah, so that'll be nice.
I've got Derek Carr and Tom Brady.
Yeah, well, it's a good combination of guys you have. I have 3 quarterbacks on my team, so I don't know how that happened.
You do. Well, you had to take Dak Prescott, which how we did our draft this year.
Yeah, the way that our draft worked, there was a round where you had to pick a rookie. I was towards the end of it, and Dak Prescott was the best option. And just in case, he might be amazing, and maybe I can trade bait him.
Yeah, maybe. What about we'll do the last. How many do you have left?
I got 2.
We'll do your 2 and then my last one. So.
All right. Well, I got Cincy missing the playoffs altogether.
I'm on that too. I've got them 10-6, but missing the playoffs.
Yeah, I just don't think that they're that great of a team with. I think it's not that they're that great of a team. It's just, I think there's a lot of changes.
A lot better.
Yeah, a lot of changes in the division.
Like I think
losing the coach.
The Raiders are going to be competitive for a wild card spot. Like here's all the teams in the AFC that are going to be competitive for 2 wild card spots: the Jets, the Bengals, the Raiders, the Texans, the Jaguars. Am I missing any? Oh, the Bills. That's 6 for 2. And the way I have it, Raiders and Jets are the 2 that get it.
It's going to be tough. I can see them easily missing out, especially because I'm so high on the Steelers this year, even with suspensions.
I got both of them at 10-6. It's the way my tiebreaker, because Sean found a nice little predictor link on Reddit that he shared to us. The way I have it is there's a Jaguar game. If Jaguars would have lost that game, Bengals are in. But because they won, the Steelers are in. That is how specific my tiebreakers were. Here's my last one.
I got one more for you, too.
I know. Jared Goff, for my last one and then your last one. Jared Goff will not play a single down in 2016.
No, the Rams are too bad for that to happen.
He's not going to play a single down. They will go Case Keenum. He'll get chased out of there. Sean Mannon, the DP fan, the flinchball fan, is going to be playing. Jared Goff doesn't play at all this season. What's your last one?
Can't buy it. My last one is that Andrew Luck is going to have another bad season.
Ooh.
And could easily be because of injuries again, because that offensive line is not any better than it used to be. And, hey, you know what? He's going to be facing a lot of good defenses that want to hit him hard. High interceptions like before, because the team's constantly going to be down. He's got to put it up. And quite possibly another injury.
Well, that's going to do it for our bold predictions. Let us know down below what you guys think. These were some pretty good bold predictions.
Gotta go bold, man.
I think my favorite one is, and the one I'm most confident in, is Carson Wentz. He's going to be Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Just book it right now. He's going to be that good this year.
Also, Eli, please get MVP because you're on my fantasy team.
As long as Eli can get some good fantasy numbers. I'm honestly, with the Giants, really excited to see what their new wide receiver Sterling Shepard could
I
do.
just want to see if the Giants' paid-for defense is actually worthwhile.
Yeah, me and Sean were talking about that. Sean's not too high on them. I am more defending that defense because of what they paid for. Sean is completely overlooking them.
When you pay for something like that, you get those mercenaries out there, it better be good.
Well, let us know what you guys think down below. Also, make sure to check out our wins and losses video for our picks this week. That should be on the YouTube channel as this posts on Blog Talk Radio. If you're listening to us on Blog Talk Radio, thank you for checking us out. Hit that follow button. If you're on SoundCloud, remember, we're off of SoundCloud as of October 1st. If you're on YouTube, thank you for checking us out. Hit that like and subscribe button and check out all of our other videos. Make sure to comment and join the discussion for Ricky Widmer and Mark Weber. That's going to do it for the Onside Kick this week. But as always, have a good day, everybody.
Thank you for listening to this MVP podcast. Follow us on Twitter at MostValuablePod for more great podcasts.